So here I will need your sincere answer. First, I will give you an information which we all need to think about today. And in the end, you will get a question for you. And I will need your sincerity. So today's focus is on the group of journalists anti-cultists managed by the Rossirs organization in Russia, who organized an impressive campaign aimed to dehumanizing members of the ALLATRA international public movement. So, anti-cultists in Russia use their extensive anti-cult network. They brought even new journalists and engaged with everyone they could, creating a large-scale campaign against us. It seems like Rossirs invested a significant budget to free their anti-cult agents who are facing now life sentences. So here you may ask, what's going on? What are you talking about? What happened? So listen further. So what happened? Now, this wide network of anti-cultists from, again, Rossirs organization in Russia has started putting pressure on the Attorney General, and now attention, of one of the European country. Guys, not Russia. Europe. They put this pressure on the Attorney General of one of this European country where they, the anti-cultists, are going to face criminal charges for crimes such as genocide and informational terrorism. The main question is for the prosecution. Why has not the Attorney General ordered the arrest of these anti-cultists for the ongoing information terrorism and genocide against us, as well as crimes against humanity and spreading Kremlin propaganda? Perhaps the Attorney General has not read the new Parliament Assembly resolution, or he just ignoring it. What is keeping him so busy that he cannot find time for that? And you guys can see it right here. So let's think what decision the Attorney General will make. Will he act like a real man and defend the honor and freedom of the citizens of his country? Or will he yield to Rossirs, turning democracy into dictatorship and committing the abuse of power they're pushing him towards? Everyone can check what's going on in Russia and how much people prosecute over there. And it's so obvious what kind of totalitarian regimes are there right now. This is the country which is fall down under the Nazism. They were the ones who were defeating Nazism, but now they're fall down under this regime. So, folks, place your bets. Will the General Attorney act like a dictator, or he will uphold democratic values? Will he keep the investigation against anti-cultists going, or he will use his position to shut it down? How the Attorney General will act, we all will be able to see. So basically, what's going on right now, he faces a choice right this moment to remain a steadfast defender of his country and democracy, showing integrity and honor, or to become one of those who sold out their principles and country to the dictatorship of anti-cultists who threat people harshly and deal with people like with a piece of meat. If not to say, unfortunately, the social media does not allow to use such a word to describe what they really do. And Attorney General is just a person, and maybe he's under pressure or being blackmailed. Let's see. We will see. Meanwhile, place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. And as I promised, here you'll get your question. Later on, I will ask you one more. What kind of society do you want to live in? Under tyranny or in the free and democratic country? Oh, I know. It might be a very easy question for you, but be honest, please. Are you ready to make this choice? Because each of us right now shapes reality with our choices by staying silent about crimes and ignoring the crimes that faces other people. This is how tyranny and Nazism once took over. Can you imagine how was it in Nazi Germany back then? How was it happened that back then very smart people, German people, all of a sudden start hate Jewish people and wanted for them to be killed? How is that happen? Have you ever thought about that? How did they make it so that other people will not only just hate the other people, but wish them to be killed? That's a thing which we all need to think about. That's basically what this organization Russians are doing right this moment. If you start digging into the information and you will start see the action, how they basically spread the hatred to all the Ukrainian nation, you will get it where it leads to. Coming back to our case with these anti-cult journalists. So what's going on right now? That basically Russia's agents are recruiting people now worldwide, and they have connections worldwide. And there is a question: will they recruit this attorney general in one of the European countries or not? Well, this general attorney will bow down to Russian Russians and become one of their agents and basically helping them build a Fourth Reich in Europe? Or will he remain a true officer and defender of democracy in his country and worldwide? And what do you personally think about the anti-cultist actions? Is it a freedom of speech or a tool of intimidation? I'll tell you that this is real intimidation and genocide. And guys, one more question, as I promised you before. What would you do if you were the Attorney General? Would you defend democracy, or you'll be afraid that you could be pressured and by these actions you will sell out your country and your future and the future of your children, hoping probably to move to another country if this dictatorship and totalitarianism and Nazism take over in your country? Please tell me, what would you do in this case?